Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Courtney with Southern Owls, and we are going to design something beautiful today. It is Valentine's Day themed, and we are going to be making a beautiful wreath using this work form. So this work form already comes ready to roll with the twisty ties on there. So I just like to pull them out and get them ready to put the mesh in. So today I'm going to be using 21-inch mesh with a 10-inch mesh. This wreath is going to be very, very pink. I bought these from the Dollar Tree and I glued them together. So those are going to be our center. We're going to add a bow right here. And then of course I pulled some beautiful Valentine's Day ribbon as it rolls over here. So this is going to be such a cute project. Hope you stay. Let me know if you make something as well. I can't wait to hear from y'all. So we are going to open our 21-inch mesh. And we are going to start off by doing poofs. So you are going to grab your 21-inch mesh. I like to fold mine together, bring the corners together, and then I just crumple that all in. And that ensures that this mesh, the outside edges, stay under. And then I always like to start on the top. It doesn't matter. You can start on the bottom, you can start on the top, and I'm just going to place it in to that twisty tie. Also, what I like to do, just for a little bit more security, I thought I had smaller ones. Here we go. I just take a 3-inch cable tie, and I'm just going to loop it around that end and get it really nice and tight with my needle noses. And now I know that mesh is not going to go anywhere. Also, if it's fraying like mine, how you see, I do like to cut that off. We don't need it. We don't need it. So just cut off any loose ends that you might see. Okie dokies. And now we're going to start doing poofs all the way around. I measure about 10 inches, okay? So you're just going to, I start from the 10 on my cutting mat, measure to the 20. Slide my hand down, okay, just like that, and insert it into the next twisty tie. These are called pencil ties. This is a pencil tie wreath form. Forgot to say that earlier. There are different work forms. There's one that is a tinsel tie, and the ties are a little bit thicker, and they're super, super fun to work with as well. So we're just going to keep on doing that. 10-inch poofs, slide your hand down, insert it into that twisty tie, give it a nice twist, as I'm carrying all my other supplies with me. 10 inches, measure, slide your hand down, and then put it right in that tinsel tie. Give it a nice twist. And kind of just poof it as I go a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect, because guess what? We can always go back around and puff them out when we are ready for the next step. And we're just going to keep on going. Guys, I am wearing my super cute hats that I designed. I have a few left in my Etsy store, so if you would like a Southern Owls hat, go snag you one. They're in my Etsy shop. They're super cute. And they only come in a soft back or a stiffer back. So just depending on preference of what you like, but they're all the black with the gray. I kind of just wanted something a little bit more neutral versus screaming girl. Something that could kind of go with everything instead of hot pink. So now we have done all of the poofs up top, and I'm just kind of straightening them out a little bit. Just putting my hands under and spreading that poof out. Okay, so now we're going to transition right down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the nearest twisty tie on the bottom. I'm not going to poof it. I'm just going to stream it right down and give it a twist. See, I just streamed it right down to the bottom and then twisted in. Now we're going to keep on going with that 10-inch poof, and we're going to hit every single tinsel tie along the way, okay? 10 inches still. Measure that out. Put it in the middle, and then give it a nice twist, okay? Same thing. You know what I kind of want my husband to make me? I'm kind of thinking that I want to get a mesh holder. I think they'd be super easy to make. Does anyone who's watching have a mesh holder? Let me know. I know there's a few people who sell them, but I'm like, my husband, he built our kitchen table and he's made me a coffee bar. Like, I think he could make me a mesh holder. I'm gonna have to add it to the honey-do list. Okay, we're still measuring out that 10 inches, sliding our hand down that mesh, making sure that we're keeping the ends of that mesh tucked under, right? Because that's how we form that super cute poof. Making sure that we're hitting every single tinsel tie going along the way. I know a question I'm going to get is, where do I buy my work forms? Honestly, whoever has them on sale, whether it be Craft Outlet, the Wreath Shop, normally has some pretty good sales on them. So really, whoever's running like a 40% off sale, and if I need work forms, I go to their site, and if they're on sale, I snag them. Because these guys can get a little pricey. Okay, couple more twisty ties. Still measuring that 10 inches and putting them in. It is so cold here in Houston still. The kids got the day off from school. They completely shut down Houston, as they should. As they should. We have so many overpasses and on-ramps. It gets a little dangerous out there whenever it ices over in Houston. Okay, so this is my last twisty tie. So we're going to secure it. We're going to cut this Deco Mesh. Okay, cut that right off. Throw this away, because we don't throw it away. Throw it to the side, because we're not going to need it anymore for this project. Grab another cable tie, and you're going to do the same thing that we did in the beginning. Find that metal wire and secure the end. Okay? Find that metal wire. Secure it. I always grab my needle noses. Just, it's easier to grip that way. And we're going to cut off that extra. Okay. And now we're going to go around and poof all of our poofs. So I'm just placing my hands in them and kind of separating it. Just to do a little bit more coverage. Making sure my ends are under. Go back around on top. Make sure everything looks good. Kind of like, looks like cotton candy a little bit, this pink. Okay, so here is what it is looking like with 10-inch poofs all the way around. All right, so now we're gonna set this to the side, and we are going to cut our 10-inch Deco Mesh. I love this mesh. It is beautiful. It has that nice border trim. I love a good Deco Mesh with a border trim. There's just something about it. I love them. Okay, so we're going to take this whole roll of mesh, and we are going to cut it at 20 inches, the whole roll, okay? So, get going. I cut mine. This is a rotary blade that I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm sure that Amazon has it and other craft stores, but that is just where I bought mine. Make sure if you are a crafter and you make a lot of crafts and you're cutting using your rotary blade, make sure you change it out often. It's such a game changer. I try to change mine out about quarterly. About every 3 months I get a new blade. And it is so worth it. It is so, so worth it. So this whole roll is going to be just enough pieces because we have 18 twisty ties on this work form. So if you cut the whole roll of 10-inch mesh, that's going to give you 18 pieces at 20 inches. I'm just using one of my ribbon tail boards to hold my mesh in place until my husband builds me one of those mesh holders. Y'all are going to have to keep him accountable, okay? Y'all are going to be like, okay, Courtney, did your husband make you that mesh roller yet? That mesh holder? Okay, I think we got one more piece. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to get our wreath form back up here. Ta-da! And we are going to ruffle all of these onto our work form. So you're like, well, what's a ruffle? Well, I always like to lay my mesh out this way, upside down. So the mesh naturally rolls in on itself like a scroll, okay? So what I do is I flip it. I flip it out on my table like this. I let it roll under itself about 1 inch or 2. I find the middle, I give it a pinch, and I walk my fingers over to the other side, making sure the other side is tucked under as well. So that is what I call a ruffle. And we're going to put these in every single twisty tie. Every single one. Just give them a few good twists. I'm going to do mine vertical. I'm going to do them vertical in every single twisty tie. And we're just going to keep on going with that ruffle method. There are some cool little tools for making ruffles as well. I do have one. One of my friends bought me the device. I think it's from Hardworking Mom. She makes them. And it was slowing me down. My fingers work faster than that little mechanism. So I still do this. But if this hurts your hands, there are tools out there that will help you in your wreath making journey. Ooh, I'm loving this border mesh. It just gives it a little sass. Now, a border mesh is going to cost you a few more dollars, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. They're super, super cute. Halloween, I found some border meshes that were, the mesh was orange, but the border was black. I found the same thing for green. They make it in yellow and red, so it's really cute for ladybugs and bumblebees. Ooh. I am dreaming of springtime with this crazy winter that we are having right now. I walked our yard because, of course, I covered my fruit trees, and the wind was so crazy last night that it blew the tarps off of all of the trees. So this morning I went and re-wrapped them. Well, we have little low spots in our yard and they were iced over. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay, so that's the top. Isn't that cute? So now we're going to do the same thing all the way around in the bottom, okay? Same method. Just tuck that under and ruffle. And I'm going to do these vertical. It just gives more coverage since we have those poofs already going horizontal and nothing vertical. So that is why I chose to do these vertically. It just kind of covers up that canvas a little bit more. Anyone new to my channel? Say hey in the comments if you are new. I'm so glad you are here today. Welcome in. I live in the Houston, Texas area. I live in a small town, less than 500 people, but I love it. I love it here. It's very quiet and peaceful. I crafted my barn. So the good thing about crafting in my barn is I never have to clean up my mess because no one comes in here besides me, right? The bad thing about the barn is I have to walk over here. And there's no restroom over here. So if I gotta go, I gotta walk back to the house. Not complaining. Things could be worse. Okay, we're still just sticking with that ruffle method. And every single twisty tie, and there's 18 twisty ties on this particular work form. Now, y'all, if y'all buy your work form from Hobby Lobby, it is an odd number, and they drive me nuts. My OCD cannot handle those Hobby Lobby work forms. So, if you want to get a work form, I highly recommend buying online. Craft Outlet, the Wreath Shop carries them. I'm trying to think of other places. TMI Gifts. Y'all, if y'all shop at TMI Gifts, I actually have an affiliate code with them. It's OWL20, and you'll receive 20% off your order. So TMI not only carries work forms, they carry mesh and ribbon and all kinds of beautiful things. They are a small business company. They're family owned, which I love. So make sure you go and check them out if you've never heard of them. They're great. Okay, we got one more, and then I'll show you what our wreath is looking like. It's really great because when this form is all done, this gives such a good, nice full wreath. It's about 24 by 24 with all this mesh. So that is a really, look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Really nice, thick, and juicy wreath right there. I love it. And we're not done, right? Okay, so now we're going to add in these hearts that I put together from the Dollar Tree. These are just 2 hearts. I just had that song pop in my head, that country song. Sorry, squirrel. These are 2 hearts that I bought from the Dollar Tree that I put together with some hot glue and some U-pins, and then I did the same thing with the pipe cleaners with some hot glue and some U-pins. U-pins, you can find them at Hobby Lobby. And this is what they look like, my friends. They're just little metal pins. This is the bag. I got the super jumbo, never gonna run out of them size. They do have smaller sizes as well. Okay, so I'm gonna place these hearts in first. That's so cute. Yes, yes. Okay, So we're just going to attach these to our work form. So this is going to take place of the sign, okay? Man, random songs just keep on popping in my head. Don't worry, I will spare y'all because I cannot sing. The Lord knew I would be a force to be reckoned with if I could sing as well. Okay. Super cute. That's darling. Isn't that already so freaking cute? I love it. Okay, so we're going to add, I want to add a little bow right here. We're just going to use 1.5-inch ribbon. Just want a sweet little bow, and that's going to hide all of the hot glue that is over there. So I pulled, let's put this over here. Actually, let's hang it up. Can we hang it? Oh, I don't think so, actually, because the mesh is meshing. So we're just going to make it super sweet. You know what? I think I'm just going to use, I don't think I'm going to use the hot pink. I think I'm just going to use the lighter pink for this. Just a super sweet little bow. Hold on, let me see how big are the tails. Let's see. Yeah, let's do a 4-inch tail. We just want a super sweet, cute bow. So let's do 4-inch tails with 4-inch loops. Twisting that ribbon as we go with your bow maker, or if you're a hand bow artist, I love that. If you need some more help with your hand bows, I am teaching a class on Facebook, and I would love to have you. It's going to be in a private Facebook group. Tickets are on sale in my Etsy shop, and I'm going to teach you all of the fun things about bow making, and we're going to make a few bows together. Okay, so this is still keeping that 4-inch, and we're going to do that racetrack loop around my thumb. We're going to make that a little bit smaller. There we go. And if you can't make the class, you don't have to worry, because the class will be there forever. As long as Facebook exists, the class will be available for you to watch. So even if you can't join me on January 27th, the class is still there. So all you got to do is just go buy a ticket on Etsy, Southern Owls, and you will be entered into my private class over on Facebook. Okay. The cool thing about my class too is it is sponsored by Creek Road Designs TX, another one of my favorite small shops. They're sponsoring the class, so all of the ribbon is from them. So you can purchase the same ribbon that I'm using for the class through their Etsy shop. So now we're just going to dovetail all of the ribbon tails. There's only 4. So we're just going to fold that ribbon in half and cut up at an angle. So just a super cute little bow. I feel like that tail looks a little bit long. Let me cut just a smidge. There we go. Off of that. So cute. I like that little glitter. It ties in the glitter with the hearts. And I'm just going to wrap this around the center of those hearts. I'm going to fluff out that bow a little bit. I always use wired ribbon when making bows as well, just in case it gets smushed or anything like that. You can always fluff it back out with that wire. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so now we're almost done. All we have to do is add some ribbon tails. I'm also going to add a little bit, so if you can see the top of the hearts, they have some ribbon up there. So I'm actually going to add in some cute little hearts also just on top, right where that ribbon is, so it looks nice and clean. So we'll do that at the end though. Let's get going with our ribbon tails. So I pulled a couple different ribbons. I thought a nice dark pink would look nice, kind of give it a nice little pop, what we need. So I pulled this for a 2.5. I pulled this 1.5, a light pink. Where is my cushion pin? There it is, my cushion holder. I pulled this one. And then I don't think I want to do the glitter. I think I want to do the dark glitter to pull some of that. And we will do the light hearts. So these are the ones I chose to do all the way around. So we're going to grab our 13-inch ribbon tail board. You can find these ribbon tail boards online on Etsy. They come in all different sizes. For this size of work form, I do like to use 13 inches. I'm just going to throw that down on the floor. And we are going to need 9 of each ribbon. I don't think I'm going to do any more bows. I think I just want it to be ribbon tails. I didn't even think about, should I add more bows? I didn't even think about that. Ooh, maybe I should add 2 bows. That would be kind of cute, wouldn't it? Do a bow down here and up there. Let's make bows. Let's back that up. Let's back it up. Let's make some bows real quick. See? Just go with the flow, y'all, when you're crafting. Nothing has to be perfect. Okay. Let me grab this. We're going to use this one too. Let's make 2 more bows. Maybe this one. I don't know. Maybe we will just need. And then we could put that in the middle. Ooh, maybe. Okay, let me roll that up here. Okay. 6-inch tails. 5-inch loops if you're using a bow maker. Or if you're using your hand. Another 5-inch loop. 6-inch tail. Ooh, this hot pink is really gonna pop. Really gonna pop. Actually, you know what, y'all? I was just talking about Creek Road Designs, and most of this ribbon that I'm using right now is from their shop. So go check them out. We're doing the same thing. 2 more 6-inch tails, 2 more 5-inch loops. If you do shop with my friends at Creek Road Designs, I have a discount code for them as well. OWL10. And you will receive 10% off your order. OWL10 from Creek Road Designs TX. And they are on Etsy, my friends. They are on Etsy. Okay, we're going to take the 1.5-inch ribbon and start laying that on top. We're going to shrink down our loop sizes to 4.5 inches. Grab the solid. Boop. Do another. You know what might be actually kind of cute? I just had this idea. What if I did 4 of these and then just had this? Hold on. I'm going to use that later. I think this would be cuter. See? Just go with it, y'all. 6 inches, 4.5 inch. Okay. 4.5 inch. Ooh, this is a good ribbon. Times 2. So keep on going. 4.5 inch. 4.5 inch. 6 inch for the tail. Okay. All holding this in between my thumb and pointer finger. And then I want to put this on top, right? You see what I'm thinking? Trying to pull in those glitter hearts. Another 6 inches. Okay. Now we are going to grab our cable tie, thread that around, start pulling it tight. Not all the way though, because you still need to thread a pipe cleaner through. I know, I should have pink. I don't have pink pipe cleaners right now. I don't know what is wrong with me. We're going to use red. It's going to be fine. I know I'm going to get comments about it, but it's going to be fine. Oh my. Love this bow already, and we haven't even fluffed it out all the way. So adorable. Ooh, so pink. Okay, we're going to go around and cut dovetails. Fold that ribbon in half. Cut up at an angle. All the way around every little tail that you see. When I first started wreath making, I thought it was called duck tails, and I was like, interesting. That's interesting. And I was like, okay, I guess it looks like a duck's behind. I don't know. And then it finally clicked one day that they were saying dove. And I was like, oh, dove, that makes way more sense. Okay, y'all. One bow down, one more bow to go. We're going to do the exact same pattern, exact same bow. It's going to be cute. Let me throw that over there. Get my scraps into the trash. Six inches, 10 inches to make that 5-inch loops, and 6-inch tails. Okay. This one fell on the floor. I threw it there. I know. 6 inches, 10 inches to make 2 5-inch loops. Also, if you make hand bows and your little hands can't do this, they start cramping, you can do one layer at a time and put a chip clip to hold it all in place. And then when all your layers are done, you can puzzle piece them together and lay them on top of each other. Oh, guys, I love this glittered ribbon. Okay, we're going to shrink those loops down. 4.5. I'm going to do 4 of these. About 4.5, y'all. We're moving, we're grooving. Okay. 6-inch tail. And then we're going to get that fun glitter ribbon to go right in the middle. Another 6-inch tail. Racetrack loop around the thumb. Another 6-inch tail. I always measure my racetrack loop with my heart as well. I never really measure that thing out. I just throw it around my thumb, and if it looks good and I'm liking it, I just go for it. Okay. Thread that underneath your pipe cleaner before you get it too tight. Snip that off. There we go. And what's next, y'all? We got a dovetail. All right, we're going to fluff it out a little bit. Find all the tails, fold them in half, cut up. Same thing all the way around. So like I said before, if you struggle with hand bows, I would love to have you in my hand bow class. Tickets are on sale in my Etsy shop. It's only $10. You should totally come and hang out with me. It's going to be so fun. That one's still a little long. I got a little crazy measuring that tail, didn't I? Okay. Dovetail. Cute. This ribbon, y'all gotta go get this ribbon in every color. Crico Design has, it's like, I don't know, the glitter is in there, so there's no shed, but there's still the glittery sheen. It is so thick. Let me tell you, Michelle at Crico Designs knows how to pick some good ribbon. She really does. Okay, let's pull this bad boy back up here. And thread through our bows. I'm going to put one right down here at the base of these hearts. I think it would be really cute. And we're going to put one kind of above it. So I'm just shoving that pipe cleaner down through my mesh, making sure that I am securing it to the work form though. Make sure you go all the way down to the wire and twist it on. And now we're going to fluff it out a little bit. Manipulate those loops and tails where you want them to go. Ugh, so cute. Oh, I love it already. And she's not even done. Oh, isn't that pink fun? It just makes it pop with the hot pink on there. And then we're going to put this one right up top. Super sweet. Once again, going through that mesh. The reason why you want to go through that mesh, y'all, is you don't want your bow sinking down into the wreath. So if you throw it, if you thread it through the mesh, it just gives it some more stability so the stuff doesn't sink. Same thing when you're putting a sign on your wreath or anything like that. You want to make sure that you're going through the mesh and not going around the mesh, because you just want that stability for your signs and your bows so they don't sink down into your project. That's cute. Okay, we got some super cute bows. And now we're going to go, and all the twisty ties that are left, we're going to add ribbon tails into them at 13 inches. So let's count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on top, 10 on the bottom. So that means that we are going to need 8 of each pieces of ribbon. And once again, we're cutting them at 13 inches. So I'm going to put this one to the side because we're not going to be using it anymore. I use little push pins, like sewing push pins, to hold all of my ribbon in place. Kind of keeps it a little bit more tidy around here. So 8 of each. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to cut this off. Okay. And the cool thing about these ribbon tail boards, especially these acrylic ones, they just slide right off. But don't worry, if you're new to crafting, don't worry about investing a whole lot of money into your business just yet until you start making some good moolah. When I first started wreath making, y'all, I used to just use a piece of cardboard. I cut one at 13 inches and one at 12 inches, and I would wrap my ribbon around a piece of cardboard. It worked. It got the job done. And then once I started making a little money with wreath making, that's when I started buying all the cool stuff. So don't think you have to have all the things because you see other people have cool tools. Start off small and then grow your business. Okay, so these are done. Beautiful ribbon. Now we're going to do that hot pink, same thing. We need 8 of these, and once again, 13 inches. I do love my ribbon tail boards though. Oh, it saves me so much time. Also, I mean, before I even was like, oh, I should cut cardboard to help me, I would measure and cut out each tail. My first wreaths, oh my goodness, that I started making would take me at least 3 hours. At least, minimum. Minimum. And then I just kept on watching other YouTubers and learning little tips and tricks along the way that has helped me speed up my wreath making skills. Which is good, right? Because if you're doing it as a job, time is money, right? Time is money. Okay, we're going to throw those scraps. Oh, I have the trash can over to the side, okay? Okay, let me count. I don't know how many I'm going to get because I kind of finagled. Oh, almost. That's not too much waste. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad with my last minute decision. Okay, so we have 2. So we need 6 more. The beautiful thing about crafting, if you don't like it, you can do it again, right? You can tear it off, you can try again, you can start over. That's the beauty. Alright, we're cutting that off. We're going to put that to the side as well. Dovetail them all. If you are, once again, if you're a beginner, do not do what I'm doing. Cut them individually, okay? Cut them one by one. I know it's more time consuming, but once you get a little bit better, then you can cut them in bundles. Take your time. Okay, now we're gonna do the hot pink, 8 of these, at 13 inches. Alright, just cut that. And cut that. Now this is a thicker ribbon, so I think I'm only going to do like 3 at a time. This is some good ribbon. Tanya, Creek Road Designs. Miss Michelle over there is one of the owners, and she always knows how to pick good ribbon. She knows. She's a fellow wreath maker like us, so she knows what we're looking for. No flimsy ribbon. She knows what us wreath makers want. Okay. Okay, there we go, y'all. Now, all of our ribbon tails are cut. Clean up my mess a little bit, get this stuff out of the way. Okay. Roll my towels over here. We're going to put our wreath back up. Oh, I love it. Up here. And now we are going to, every single twisty tie that is left, we are going to grab a 1.5 inch piece of ribbon and this is a 2.5 inch piece of ribbon and a 1.5 inch piece of ribbon. I'm going to lay that right on top of each other. Find the middle. Okay. And just throw these right into those twisty ties. And give them a couple twists. Okay? Just throw those in there. I'm doing in every other pattern. So since I did the 2.5 inch that was dark and the light first, now we're going to switch to the light 2.5 inch and the dark 1.5 inch. Now, this is totally your choice, this next step. I love to keep the tinsel on my ties. I think they're cute. I think they give the wreath a little like sass element, like another level to the wreath. But a lot of wreath makers don't like them, and they cut off the remainder tinsel tie. So that is just totally up to you. You're the designer. You choose what you want to do, okay? I leave my tinsels on. Now, if I do have a client and they say, if they ask me to cut the tinsel ties off, I have no problem. No problem at all cutting those tinsel ties off for them. It's not my wreath, it's their wreath, right? It's going on their front door. So I will do whatever the customer wants me to do. But if it was going on my front door, I keep them on. I do. So we're just taking one 2.5 inch ribbon, one 1.5, finding that middle, and throwing that into every single twisty tie that is left on our wreath. I'm just taking all kinds of stuff with me on this journey as I spin my wreath around, as I knew, because I did grab cute little things that we could put into the bows too. I don't know. I grabbed, for sure we're going to cover up those little ribbon ties that are on the wreath. Put that underneath the bow. You can spread your little tails out a little bit just for some more coverage. So that's the top layer. Oh, that's sassy. That's cute. Okay, now we're going to go around the bottom. Do the same thing all the way around. Still keeping with that every other pattern. And the good thing about the wire ribbon is you can manipulate it where you want it to go in your wreath. Also, y'all, I feel so thankful for this YouTube channel. So thank you so much. If you're new here, if you've been an OG, I really appreciate y'all being here and finding me and liking my tutorials. That, it really means the world to me. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the comments and the feedback. I appreciate it so much. My 2024 goal is to post at least one YouTube video a week. And I have been doing really well. So whenever I have free time, I will post an extra video here and there too. If you like my content though, I do go live on TikTok and Facebook. I have both of those platforms as well. So go follow me over there. And then my shop is on Etsy. So I sell my wreaths. I have these cute hats over there in my Etsy shop. The tickets to my bow class are on sale in my Etsy shop as well, Southern Owls. And my name on all my other platforms, same name, Southern Owls, y'all. Super easy. Super, super easy. Okay, keep on going. Just finding that middle, layering these ribbons up, putting them in. So cute. I love a good pink wreath. Pink, y'all. Pink is still going to be hot this whole 2024. Oh my gosh, that sounds so crazy to say that. This whole year, pink is staying. What do y'all think about the pink craze? Do y'all like it? Are you over it? What do y'all think? Okay, we got one more tail left to put in. And then we're almost done. I did say we were going to be done after we add the tails, but I do want to add in some of those little hearts to cover up the ribbon. Oh, that's cute. That just makes it pop with those hotter pinks. Isn't that fun? She's so thick, so juicy. She's a good big wreath, lots of glitter. As you know, I love glitter. So what we're going to do next is I got these packs. I did get these last year. I'm telling you, I've been to a couple Dollar Trees and it's kind of been lacking. And maybe I'm a little too early for the season, but I have not seen a whole lot of good Valentine's Day stuff like I did last year. So what I'm going to do is I left about 1.5 inches on there, and we're going to dip this in hot glue in my glue pot and then shove it right where that ribbon is to hide where the hangers were for these, because that's not cute. So we gotta hide those. So I just have a hot glue pot over here to the side. It's a Sure Bonder. I do have a YouTube video talking about tools that I use frequently over here, so you can go and check that video out. And we're just gonna stick that right down. That's cute. Trying to give it that little double heart effect. Right there. See, right there, so it hides that weird stuff. Because let me tell y'all, I have tried to pull these out, and then it leaves a gaping hole. So this is my solution to that, because I used these little cuties last year too, and I was like, well, that's not cute. I gotta get rid of that ribbon. I pulled it out and it just left gaping holes. So my solution is to cover it with more adorable little hearts. Okay, so you can leave it here. If you want to elevate it and take it to another level, you can add in, I do have some more, I did pull some more hearts, but I don't know, honestly. Ooh, actually that's kind of cute. Is that kind of cute? We might add a couple more of these in, huh? But these are Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby had some good Valentine's Day stuff already. Maybe just add 2 of these in. What do y'all think? That's kind of cute. I don't know. It might be a little too much, though. It might be kind of cute. Decisions. I think let's add them in, because then I can show y'all how I add these little guys in as well. I hope these are foam. I'm assuming they're foam. Okay, let's get that little ribbon out. And these are the floral pins that I was talking about earlier. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab a floral U-pin, dip the ends into your hot glue, and just stick it into whatever you need to make into a wreath attachment. I mean, of course you got to make sure it's styrofoam, okay? You can't just be sticking it into anything. And then there you go. Now you have a wreath attachment. I'm going to reinforce it with a little bit more hot glue. Don't worry. Ooh, let's do this side. This side looks funky. Got like a glob of glitter. So once again, just dip that floral U-pin right in. Grab another, that is not big enough, another pipe cleaner. Thread it through. And then don't use your fingers all the way because you don't want to burn yourself. So I always use my needle nose. I have these little shish kebabs over here in my glue pot that I'm just going to paint some glue on right on top of that. Just make sure it is not going anywhere. That is nice and secure. You can use a hot glue gun too. You don't have to paint with hot glue. Okay, we're going to add these little cuties in. Let me clean up my mess just a little bit. Why not? Why not? It's the end of the season for Valentine's Day. We might as well use up the most of our supplies that we can. All right, let's add. I thought this would be cute up here at the top. Once again, just threading it through that mesh. I'm going through the bow. Not bow, the ribbon tails. Forgive me. And then we are going to make sure that we're hitting that work form to secure the pipe cleaner around. Ooh, that is so glittery. That's cute, y'all. A lot of wreath makers, they'll just like glue stuff in, but it just kind of makes me nervous that that glue's not gonna be there forever, especially when it's like something that's super glitterified. So that's why I always like to use that floral U-pin, just to make sure that it is not going to go anywhere. Okay, we're going to add in our other heart, making sure that we are going through that mesh again, right? What's the trick about the mesh? We have to make sure that our stuff doesn't sink down into the wreath. So we use that mesh as a barrier. Pull these tails out around it. That's cute. Okay, so we added in, oh, that's fun. It just gives it a little bit more glitter and pizzazz. And you can keep on going if you want to add in some more little glitter hearts. But I think I am liking it how it is. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Here's the back. That is what the back looks like. Of course, we're going to have to clean up these little cable ties. Back here, we just snip these off with our nippers, and then I tuck them in. And then, of course, the last step is we need a door hanger. So I have this gauged wire that I got from Home Depot. And what I do is I just cut some off and mold it into a hanger wherever I want the top to be, and I throw it around that wire in the back, okay, and then I fold the wire up just like that, and now you have your door hanger. So now we could hang it up here. How cute is that? I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, everyone.